What's up, YouTubers? Excuse me. It's me, Johnny. Just making a short video on Mr. Second Passport. He just uploaded a video today. I don't think he's uploaded one in a while. Anyways, it's just discuss. This is a young man from United States. It's Dominic. I forget his last name. Anyways, he made a video on how the IRS is coming after him, but of course nothing came of it. But here, this is a good example of what's going on with these new IRS agents. They're coming after people who have Airbnb accounts, who have real estate. He had some real estate in Montana that he held for a very short period of time, and he filed with the feds and everything. But apparently, he did not file in the state of Minnesota because he didn't live there that long, because he had left for Latin America. I guess he was a student there, and he had no income from like a job or anything. And then, anyways, he talks about it in the video. If you want to Google the video, go ahead. But it's just kind of showing you and telling me how the feds are coming after a lot of the smaller entrepreneurs and people with. He had an LLC he didn't do anything with. They came after him for having an LLC, no assets in it, no tax liabilities, but they still tried to come after it because he filed one and he never used it. He closed it out properly. I forget the technical term, but he closed it out and he had no assets in it, but they still tried to get him for tax there. It's a very fascinating video if you're interested, but it's just I just want to make a little point to my viewers. If you do not live in the USA and you're a US citizen, I agree with them. Start up an LLC in Wyoming or a no state tax state in the United States. Also, too, if you get rid of your residency in the U.S., that's the best thing to do. I've talked to actually American lawyers based on this, and they told me, in fact, this lawyer, he used to live in the U.S. He took his family to Europe, and he said, in his case, he's setting up since his legal residency now is in Europe, and he's not liable for U.S. tax anymore. He's going to set up an LLC in Wyoming just because of some of the stuff in this video. Anyways, it's just a short video on that. I don't think things are going to get easier for people. I think they're going to get more difficult as IRS searches for more money. For the viewers who don't know, the U.S. had quite not a surplus of income, but tax revenues was rising during this little kind of bull market we had. Now they're starting to fall again. So I imagine with the new, apparently 10,000 IRS agents they're trying to hire, they're going to come after the weak people, or the people who don't have lawyers, accountants, the people who don't have a lot of money to defend themselves. They're not really going to go after the wealthy, who can defend themselves in court. Anyways, that's just my opinion. So if you're an entrepreneur, run a business, just be careful out there. You still have to file. Even if you don't legally owe money, you're supposed to file. Now, a viewer might leave a comment that, technically speaking, if you go to the IRS page and you listen and you look at the IRS regulation, technically speaking, it says you don't. And that's a funny conversation because me and my dad used to talk about that a lot. And anyways, my dad used to tell me, nah, because my dad worked for the government. You don't really got to file. And then there's another part of the IRS. That's the thing of the IRS code that says you do, and then one part that says you don't. It's very contradictory. I think they do it on purpose to trip people up. Just to come after people for political reasons or whatnot. Anyways, I don't really have much to say about that. It's just we're already seeing the clues where the IRS is coming after people who left who are leaving it. I don't know, addresses and clues of where to come find them to come after for tax. Now again, Dominic said it and he worked it all out, but they're coming after for 20 grand for money he didn't even know, and they were pretty nasty about it according to him. And coming after him hard, but apparently he worked it all out. I'm glad he did. Again, I don't know him personally. I just like watching his videos. But like if you have an Airbnb, he said, and it's tied to your U.S. address and account, obviously you got to file. He files the feds, but he never filed Minnesota or Montana because he doesn't live there anymore. And it's interesting. He only went to school. They never really worked there. I never thought about it. I guess if you do own a home, even if you didn't make a profit, you still got to apparently file or tax return, or at least he had to get rid of this problem. And again, it worked out for him. I wonder how stressed he was about it. Anyways, that's one of the benefits if you get some offshore accounts, a legal residence. So like if you for whatever reason you don't want to ever go back to the States, you don't really have to. That's one thing people should know, even if you don't get the passport, you can just keep renewing your permanent residence wherever you are, at least in most countries. I'm not saying all, so you don't got to return if you don't want to. And eventually, if you live there long enough, you just get a passport, at least in most cases, if you meet the requirements and learn the language and pass all their tests and jump through their hoops. But anyways, that's it for now. Like, share, leave a comment. Thank you.